Everyone knows all the top anime returning for new seasons. Hits like Demon Slayer, Dr. Stone, and Ranking of Kings. But what new anime do you need to be on the lookout for? It's always exciting when a new anime takes the world by storm and becomes the next hit show. So, do we have any anime coming this spring that fits the bill? Stay tuned to find out. Today's feature is for the must-watch new anime of spring 2023. Get ready to mark your calendars, because I'll give you the hottest new shows that will have you glued to your screens all season long. From epic action to heartwarming romances, I've got you covered. Let's go! I'll start with Dead Mount Death Play, an action-packed dark fantasy isekai anime. Now, you may think this will be like all other isekai anime, with their overpowered main characters, but what makes this one stand out is that it's actually a reverse isekai. Not only that, the story follows a necromancer named the Corpse God. In an epic battle, the hero, Shagura the Calamity Crusher, goes head-to-head with the Corpse God. But things take a wild turn when the necromancer pulls out a surprise reincarnation spell the moment before the hero's sword pierces him. The spell doesn't have the effect that the Corpse God desired though. Instead, he ends up getting transferred into the body of a recently murdered high school student named Polka Shinoyama. The trouble continues, as Polka finds himself in the crosshairs of earthly enemies and otherworld enemies. With its unique blend of action, magic, and humor, I expect Dead Mount Death Play to become a huge hit as soon as it releases. This is a must-watch, and I can't wait to see how Polka deals with his newfound powers, and the challenges that come with being transported from the fantasy world to the real world. One of the most anticipated new anime this spring is Hell's Paradise. This new anime is made by MAPPA, the same studio that brought us Attack on Titan, so they should deliver some high-quality action. Hell's Paradise follows a ninja named Gabimaru, who's betrayed by his fellow ninja and is about to be executed. But get this, he's not ready to die yet because he wants to go home and see his wife. I mean, can you blame the guy? Anyway, instead of getting executed, Gabimaru is offered a chance by a Simon the Decapitator to find the elixir of life on a mysterious island. If he succeeds, he'll be pardoned by the shogunate. It sounds like a pretty sweet deal to me, but I have a feeling things are going to get pretty wild and dangerous for him. I can't wait to see what fantastic creatures Gabimaru encounters on this island. And you know what else I'm excited about? Cutting-edge fight scenes. I mean, come on, we're talking about MAPPA here. Already 2 episodes into the series, and MAPPA has lived up to the hype of delivering incredible fight scenes, leaving me wanting more. If you haven't watched the 2 first episodes yet, what are you waiting for? Now, let's shift to a more serious note, with the crime and suspense anime, My Home Hero. The story follows a guy named Tetsuo Tosu, a regular salaryman. He discovers that his daughter Reika is being abused by her boyfriend Nobuto. Obviously, he's not too thrilled about that. But instead of just confronting the guy though, he decides to do some investigating first. And boy, does he uncover some stuff. Turns out Nobuto is part of a whole criminal organization and plans on using his daughter for extortion. Well, Tetsuo is having none of that. He takes matters into his own hands and ends up killing Nobuto. Yeah, you heard me right. He straight up murders the guy. But here's the thing, Tetsuo and his wife manage to hide the body. At least, they think they do. But the criminal organization ends up going after them, wanting to know what happened to Nobuto. And that's where things really start to get interesting, as the seemingly mild Tetsuo finds himself trying to survive the dark criminal underworld. My Home Hero is a truly unique anime that tackles some heavy subject matter in a way that's both entertaining and thought-provoking. Definitely add it to your watch list. The next one is a zero to hero type of anime, Mashle, Magic and Muscles. It occurs in a world where everyone has magical powers, except for our hero, Mash Burndead. Are you familiar with Asta from Black Clover? Well, Asta and Mashle are pretty similar. They both have no magic powers, but strive to become the best in a way that only they can. Mash spends his time secluded in a forest, training to get some serious muscles, and his determination to prove the world wrong is inspiring. In this world, those without magic are seen to be inferior and must be destroyed. When he finally comes out of the forest, he decides to enroll at Easton Magic Academy, one of the most prestigious schools of magic, to become a Divine Visionary. What's a Divine Visionary, you ask? Well, it's a highly respected and powerful user of magic. But since Mash can't use magic, he's going to show everyone that muscles are just as valuable. Mash's determination and hard work are truly impressive, but it's the way the anime pokes fun at the idea of magical powers that sets it apart. Plus, the castle has some serious Hogwarts vibes going for it. Trust me, Mashle Magic and Muscles is a must-watch for anyone who loves a good story with a hilarious twist. Fresh from the bag, the next anime is I got a cheat skill in another world and became unrivaled in the real world too. A must watch, especially if you're into isekai anime. Now, most isekai anime tend to focus on the overpowered protagonist's adventures in the new magical world, but this one's different. It's about a boy named Yuya Tenjo, who discovers a portal to another world in his grandfather's home, and decides to leave his old world behind, which is full of bullies. At this point, it seems like your typical isekai, but get this. In the new world, he gains cheat skills and treasures that he can take back to the real world, which drastically changes his life there. How cool is that? This anime definitely stands out from the rest of the isekai genre by giving equal attention to both the fantasy world and the real world, which provides a unique twist that sets it apart. Now, let's add a little romance to our list by highlighting My Love Story with Yamada-kun at level 999. The story starts with Akane Kinoshita, a university student who's just been dumped by her boyfriend. She then turns to the online game Forest of Savior to escape her troubles. That's where she meets Yamada, a member of her online guild, who she starts to confide in about her failed relationship. But when she meets him offline at a gathering, she's once again met with his cold, uninterested demeanor. But that's just the beginning of their story. You see, Akito Yamada is a total enigma. He's got this tough exterior, but there's so much more going on beneath the surface. As Akane starts to get to know him better, she discovers that there's a lot more to him than meets the eye. This slice of life anime shows us how relationships we build online can have a real impact on our lives. And, of course, there's humor. The interactions between Akane and Yamada are hilarious, and you'll find yourself rooting for them to get together. So, if you're looking for a fun, romantic comedy with a unique twist, My Love Story with Yamada-kun at level 999 will be perfect for you. Let's continue the sweetness with this unusual romance love story, made through the lack of sleep, Insomniacs After School. This new anime is about two schoolmates, Ganta and Isaki, who both suffer from insomnia. They randomly meet in the school's observatory-turned-storage room, which seems like the perfect place to catch some naps, and start bonding over their sleepless nights. They share secrets and start developing an unusual connection, which is super intriguing. Ganta and Isaki are such interesting characters. Ganta is this quiet, introverted guy, while Isaki is outgoing and bubbly, but somehow, they just work together. They're like two sides of the same coin, or two peas in a pod, or... okay, you get the point. They're cool, okay? And I can't wait to see where this anime takes them, and how they deal with their insomnia together. Maybe they'll even find a cure for it, who knows? But one thing's for sure, it's going to be a sleepless series, and I'm excited to see where it goes. Well, that's a wrap, folks. I've just unveiled some of the hottest new anime releases for spring 2023. Be ready and brace yourself for an epic ride with some out-of-the-world isekai anime, fantasy-packed adventures, and mushy-licious romance anime. I've given you a sneak peek, and now you're in the know of what you need to add to your watch list. Spring just started, so enjoy this season's hit new anime.